Hi there and welcome on Ticking Watch. This video will be about what should I choose for my very first watch service. And in my opinion, it should be a pocket watch. This one is even Swiss made. And why pocket watch? So I open now the watch case and we will see the reason why should you choose a pocket watch. It's rather obvious, but it's still worth to take a look inside. Let's open the second cover. And yeah, that's the reason why should you choose a pocket watch. So pocket watches have, generally speaking, bigger movements. The parts are bigger and are not very complicated movement comparing to, for example, wristwatches. Wristwatches are smaller. Their movements are much smaller, so they have smaller parts. Let's open the case back and let's take a look what we have here, and it's ETA 2750, so the parts are much smaller, so it is difficult to assemble the movement because disassembly is always quite easy, and in many cases they are much more complicated. And what should you choose? I maybe wouldn't start with a watch that is in very good condition. Rather, I would start with something like that. This is some garbage. It's a very old movement. It isn't in good condition. So when you will damage it, it's actually no end of the world. You actually buy some watchmaking scrap and train on it. For example, this one has a broken balance stuff, but you can disassemble it, assemble and see how it is built to train a little bit your skills, and in this way feel much more confident. For example, this one is a movement that has cylindric escapement, something totally different. Also very old, but it's working, so I also wouldn't train with it, because if you repair it, it's quite valuable. Okay, so next part of the video, I will service exactly these movements. It's even working, so I think this will be quite exciting journey. Feel free and join this journey with me. I just want to service this movement and show you maybe the first step. I see here are some missing screws, so probably somebody already made some training with this movement. I'm starting here with removing the balance cock, so I always do this in this order. You of course can choose and work yourself different method, different order. It depends from you. I know how old is this movement, but it is quite dirty. I will see, maybe I can clean it. We will see on the end of this video. It's a little bit similar to Omega movements. I saw similar one. We have even some logo on the main plate, some serial number. Here's the missing screw, and the lock is quite different. Here it's only a hook. Okay, I see the movement. Here is a brass. Quite weird. Anyway, if you damage it, it won't be a disaster for you. Therefore, what you should do, you just go to eBay, for example, or somewhere, some flea market, somewhere else, and you buy some scrap and just train on it. Then you can of course seal it, and maybe someone else will train also with this movement. I have here also tension. The first thing, you should rather release the tension from the mainspring. You can see this also in my other videos, so feel free to see also my other videos, my other watch services. we have here also a logo and serial number. During this video you will see tools that I'm using here, a movement holder, a screwdriver and so on, some others. That's not very complicated tools, you can buy them very cheaply. If you are a beginner or hobbyist, you don't need to spend a fortune for these tools. And if you don't know where to start, I left in the description down below links. That's of course some affiliate links, so if you would like to tell me thank you and you are already looking these tools, you can start with links in the description down below. I will really appreciate it. Here quite interesting, the crown wheel. And okay, let's go with the disassembly. And of course enjoy the music. This is quite interesting. The winding stem is built from two parts. We will see this, or you will see this in a moment. So don't worry about that. I will show you this very carefully. The movement here is totally dry, very dirty, and I will finish the disassembly in a moment. It's built a little bit differently comparing to modern watches or this, let's say, traditional designed watches. Here only the capstone from the balance stuff left. And yeah, well, I see the jewel here is trying to fall off. It's trying to escape. Okay, that's the parts. Not too many of them. Here is the jewel. So, the mainspring left. So, what you should do, I always recommend this, is to take out the mainspring, especially when the movement is very old. Of course, you don't need to take it out. You just can clean the barrel with the mainspring. Always remember the direction, how the mainspring is in the barrel, how it sits in the barrel. That's quite important. And it is worth to take out the mainspring because you will see in this way if it is damaged or not. Okay, here we have the mainspring. And that's the winding stem, so it consists from two parts. And so it is built. Quite interesting and quite robust. Anyway, robust parts have this watch. The last thing left about the disassembly, so I need to remove the capstone from the balance cock, and here we have it. Okay, let's clean. I'm cleaning the movement in an ultrasonic cleaner. I'm using here a cleaning solution, of course, for watch movements like Alma, for example. And here we have all the parts, not too many of them. And I'm starting with oiling the mainspring. So let's do first this. And now I'm putting back the mainspring into the barrel with my fingers. So with so big barrel it isn't very difficult. With a wristwatch it would be much more difficult. I also added a little grease, it's graphite grease. In fact, we're only making a training, so it's not very important. But on the other hand, now this capstone from the balance cock, let's also assemble it now before I start assembling the whole movement. So on the other hand, I don't need to make oiling of this movement because I only making a training. On the other hand, we have here a movement that is trying to work, so let's see on the end if this movement will work. Okay, I think this part is ready. So the one screw is missing. I think I can leave it in this way. So let's start the disassembly, and I'm starting with the central wheel. Let's go. Of course, if you are still watching here, I think you should subscribe Ticking Watch. And if you are interested in these types of movies, you should also click bell notification, and if you do this, I will notify you anytime when I upload new content. So be sure that you not only subscribe but also click bell notifications. And if you already know someone who also like watch services, I will really appreciate when you share this video or maybe some other my videos with him or her. Okay, I think I have this ready, and here I will make some small mistake, or maybe not so small, but a mistake, and I'm curious if you already know what the mistake here is. Please forgive me my English, I'm not a native speaker, so I'm aware of that I'm making quite a lot of mistakes here. Pronunciation mistakes, grammatical mistakes. I hope you are not English teacher. Anyway, I hope you will benefit from this video. So, what is my mistake here? Not the spelling mistake, not English, not mistakes in English language, but mistake connected with assembly order. Let's guess. Of course, I will show you in a moment what the problem was. What the mistake was, I forgot some part. Quick oiling, that's always better. I see here this stone is a little bit different, so somebody was already working here with this movement. This is a click spring, huh? What do you say? Quite solid thing, thick, and I think this movement is at least 120 years old, something like that. So 1 century. Here we have on this screw a little bit rust. This click wheel eye a little bit polished, so now it looks a little bit better. And also I cleaned the whole bridges with a cleaning solution that we normally use to clean silver jewelry or gold jewelry, or in general jewelry. So if you would like also to clean your movement, use this, works perfect. Actually, I didn't expect that it would work so good. Cleaning solution for cleaning jewelry. Okay, now the canyon pinion, and in a moment I will tell you what I forgot. Give me a few seconds. Okay. And yeah, I wanted to install the winding pinion, the clutch, but from this side you cannot do this, and this is why the training is needed. Actually, in modern watches it works, but here you should install the winding stem before you put back the barrel bridge. So let's do this now. Quite big, this winding stem. First the winding pinion, now the clutch. And here it should go. A little bit all here and here. And now we can put back the barrel bridge. And now let's go with the keyless work. What is interesting about this kind of old watches, they in most cases built a little bit differently comparing to what we have today, and that's exciting to see that some things can be done differently and they also work even very well. And this one works since 100 years. Probably if somebody didn't damage the balance, it still would work in some watch. I'm guessing it was a gold case, but it was having a gold case because the whole movement is gold, has gold color. Okay, I think the keyless work works. I'm happy with that. So what left? What left is the pellet fork that I'm installing it now, and of course the balance. So let's do this. Pellet cock or bridge. I was trying to find out what kind of movement, what is the manufacturer, but I couldn't find. Maybe you know. Please share this information using the comment section down below. I will really appreciate it. Because I'm curious what it is, a watch brand. Let's wind it a little bit and check. Yep, I think it's working quite correct. Now the balance, and we can see someone was working here really hard. Probably some pupil was learning the watchmaking profession with this movement, I don't know, or maybe some hobbyists like me. Anyway, let's check if this movement will work. Let's secure this, and yep, it's working. Of course, the balance doesn't really swings like it should, but it works and it doesn't stop. So I think we can now celebrate. I don't hear any applause here. Yep, now it's okay. Now it's okay. The movement ticks. We done our job. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's wind it a little bit. So it ticks. Maybe it's not perfect, but anyway, it brought me a lot of fun service this movement, and it looks now, well, quite good. Quite good. Now you should do couple of this kind of movements, so go practice. I hope you enjoy it. Click like button, share your feelings, your opinion about this video, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Thanks for watching, take care, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye. Wow, so in the past they really knew what means watchmaking, not made by machine, but by hand.